presentation is about the verb tener, how to conjugate it, and the various expressions that go with it. Por ser la vie. The verb tener is essential to your Spanish-speaking ability. Note that it is a regular ER verb in terms of its endings, but it has some strange things that are going on at times inside of the verb. So look at the parts that are in red, and you're going to see there are some things that will pop up. You need to remember these because they're part of the spelling, and that affects the pronunciation. Tener, to have. Yo tengo, I have. Usted tiene, you have. Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene, she has. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Nosotras tenemos, we have. That would be we as a group of ladies that are speaking, no men involved. Ustedes tienen, you guys have. Ellos tienen, they have. Ellas tienen, they have. And the last one, of course, is all ladies. Used as meaning have, the verb tener needs a noun typically after it. So the nouns are in blue or in green, and the verb tener, of course, is in orange. Tengo cita a las 11. I have an appointment at 11. Ella tiene una entrevista con el comité. She has an interview with a committee. Tenemos un puesto disponible. We have a position available. Las dos enfermeras tienen pelo moreno. Both nurses have dark hair. Tener, which means to have, is used in quite a few expressions in Spanish, where English would use the verb to be. For example, tengo 37 años. In this sentence, tengo 37 años, notice that the literal meaning would be I have 37 years. But people don't say that in English. It would be in English, I am 37 years old. Here are quite a few expressions that use tener. Tener años, to be however many years old. And we saw that on the previous slide. Tener calor, to be hot. Tener cuidado, to be careful. Tener éxito, to be successful. Tener frío, to be cold. Tener hambre, to be hungry. Tener sed, to be thirsty. Tener miedo, to be afraid. Tener prisa, to be in a hurry. Tener razón, to be right. No tener razón, to not be right or to be wrong. Tener sueño, to be sleepy. Tener suerte, to be lucky. Okay, it's your turn. In the first blank for each of the Spanish sentences, use the verb tener, conjugate it correctly, and in the second blank, you need to put in a noun. So, he's 41. Remember that you're going to say he has 41 years. That's how it's going to come out, literally, in Spanish. The second one, the patients feel cold. So this would come out, the patients, literally, have cold. My coworker is wrong. Mi colega, remember, is not right. But I am right. Pero I have reason. The investors are lucky this year. Los inversionistas, conjugate the verb tener, and then put in the word for luck in the blue, este año. Try them. Okay, let's see how you did. He's 41. Tiene 41 años. The patients feel cold. Los pacientes tienen frío. My coworker is wrong. Mi colega no tiene razón. But I am right. Pero yo tengo razón. The investors are lucky this year. Los inversionistas tienen suerte este año. Here's another very common use of tener. Remember when we looked at the verb necesitar, which means to need, and we could put an infinitive of a verb after it, and deber, which means ought to, must, or should, and we could put in an infinitive of a verb after that as well. Remember that the infinitive form of a verb is the verb that you have without conjugating it. So in the green, you're going to see infinitive forms of these Spanish verbs. In the orange, of course, we're going to use the expression tener que, which means to have to. Usted tiene que descansar. You have to rest. Él tiene que limpiar el comedor. He has to clean the dining area. La médica tiene que cambiar su rutina. The doctor has to change her routine. Tenemos que correr juntos. We have to run together. Another common use of the verb tener is in the expression tener ganas de, which means to feel like or to be in the mood to. Tenemos ganas de comer. We feel like eating. Ella no tiene ganas de escuchar música. She's not in the mood to listen to music. La enfermera tiene ganas de regresar a casa. The nurse feels like returning home. Tengo ganas de escribir a la presidenta. I feel like writing to the president. And notice that in this example, presidenta with the a on the end shows you that this president is a lady. Tenga un buen día. Se la vi 2020.